1994's Mega Man 5, or rather, Rockman World 5, as it's called in Japan, is not only the 5th entry in the Game Boy series. This is not the same game as Mega Man 5 for the NES. No. Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy is one of the more unique, fun adventures the Blue Bomber has ever embarked on. And it's an adventure into space. For the sake of my sanity, I will be referring to the game as Mega Man World 5 from here on out. And World 5, like the Game Boy games before it, with the exception of World 2, was outsourced and developed by Minakuchi Engineering. The game takes place between the events of Mega Man 5 and 6, and Earth is attacked by a group of mysterious robots called the Star Droids. And when Mega Man comes face to face with the one called Terra, he quickly learns he is not equipped to take them on. The Mega Buster has no effect. Waking up in Light's lab, Mega Man gets re-equipped to save the planet once again. Light has upgraded his Buster with an all-new Mega Arm, and he's built him a new Robo-Buddy to help him out. A Robocat named Tango that's ready to pounce on anyone that stands in their way. Now the premise is great, and this is bar none one of the more satisfying in-game Mega Man stories. One thing that I absolutely adore about these Game Boy games are the cool little cinematic cutscenes. Funny enough, they are so much more elaborate than their console counterparts, which are usually limited to an intro, a short little scene in the lab, and of course, the ending. But here in the Game Boy games, you get much more than that. You get to see more of Mega Man's journey as he continues to fight for everlasting peace against the Star Droids. The gameplay here follows a familiar formula. You have 8 bosses to tackle before heading on to Wily's new fortress, the Wily Star. You have Terra, Jupiter, Mars, Neptune, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Pluto, and yes, Uranus. The combat is also familiar, but it has some new twists. The Mega Arm, when fully charged, acts like a homing missile, giving you a satisfying rocket-fueled punch to knock the daylights out of your enemies. You'll be punching them so hard that they'll be seeing stars. Get it? Stars? Star Droids? The level designs and music are awesome, and this is one of the more challenging Mega Man games, even for series veterans like myself. World 5 throws some tricky platforming and enemies your way. And that's where your new buddy Tango comes in. He's really handy when you come across a tricky section. I actually love this little guy, and I want to see him return in Mega Man 12. Make it happen, Capcom. Throughout the levels, you'll be collecting P-chips, very similar to the bolts you collect in later games like Mega Man 7, which you can spend on the usual items E-Tanks, extra lives, and an energy balancer, as well as some nifty Mega Arm upgrades. You got a magnet hand that lets you grab faraway items, and a clobber hand that lets you latch onto enemies and give them a good thrashing. And there's one more item, a power generator, which you can obtain by finding 4 hidden crystals throughout the stages. And this will reduce your special weapon consumption by half. Speaking of special weapons, they're pretty decent in this game. Now, they're not the most amazing weapons in the Mega Man series, but weapons like the Bubble Bomb do have their uses. And a few like the break dash actually have some really cool animation. I love the way Mega Man performs a lunging elbow strike, which you can also use to break through walls. The bosses themselves are a bit different in the sense that there's no weakness chain to follow for the first 4. You'll initially take them on with only the Mega Arm. Now World 5 does bring back some familiar faces as well. You have a new version of the Yellow Devil, you have Quint, you have all 3 Mega Man killers, Punk, Anchor, and Ballad. And the icing on the cake, for the first and only time, Wily is not the final boss. This all makes for one hell of a grand finale. Overall, Mega Man World 5 is a must-play for any Mega Man fan, or for anyone that's looking for something a little different. You got cool enemies, fun challenge and level designs, solid controls, a catchy soundtrack, which every Mega Man game should have, and to top it off, World 5 is compatible with the Super Game Boy for a more colorful experience. So regardless of how you play it though, you're in for a mega good time. Alright Mega Bros, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, please remember, leave a like, maybe drop a comment. It apparently helps out the channel with all that YouTube algorithm mumbo jumbo. And hey, if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe for more, because I got more reviews coming up in the near future, including more Mega Man. But in the meantime, go play Mega Man World 5 for the Game Boy. It's a damn fine game, and this is DenDen, signing off.